Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, an airliner hits a UAV, DJI offers a new video platform, the Georgia coast may be on for an air show. I'm Bree Cross, it's April 19th, 2016, and this is Airborne Unlimited. It looks as if what we feared could happen did happen, as it is reported that a British Airways A320 reportedly impacted a UAV while on approach to Heathrow Airport Sunday afternoon. The pilot of the aircraft reported that an object had struck the airliner as it was arriving from Geneva and making its final approach to Heathrow. The flight landed without further incident. The plane was inspected by engineers and was cleared for its next scheduled flight, according to Sky News. An investigation is underway to attempt to identify the person who was operating the drone at the time of the incident. Steve Landells of the British Airlines Pilots Association told Sky News that such a strike was only a matter of time, given the huge numbers being flown around by amateurs who don't understand the risks and the rules. And speaking of unmanned aircraft, UAV manufacturer DJI has introduced 3 new products that the company says will make high-end professional aerial filmmaking easier. First, the DJI M600 has an increased payload to 13 pounds. It is designed to fly the Ronin-MX gimbal and is compatible with all of DJI's Zenmuse gimbals and cameras. It is capable of flight times of up to 36 minutes when carrying a Zenmuse X5 and up to 16 minutes with a Red Epic. Next, DJI says their new A3 series of flight controllers is ideal for industrial and cinematic applications where reliability and customization is essential. When equipped with DJI's DRTK GNSS system, aircraft positioning is enhanced to centimeter accuracy. Using the new ground station, up to 5 aircraft can be controlled at a time. And lastly, the Ronin-MX brings the excellent stability of the Ronin series to the sky. It supports a continuous 360-degree pan rotation through a slip ring, meaning it no longer needs to be centered in between shots. After the break, it's good to hear that a new air show is being created.
Redbird is quickly becoming the industry standard for flight training. Since Redbird introduced its revolutionary FMX in 2007, colleges, universities, and flight training operations around the world have integrated Redbird products into their curriculum. It's time to discover what Redbird can do for you. Join the migration.
Welcome back. If you have a story suggestion for Airborne Unlimited, Aero TV, our website or podcast, just email to news-spy@aero-news.net. We hope to hear soon that coastal Georgia will see its first air show in 20 years, October 8th and 9th in Brunswick, Georgia. JLC Airshow Management announced the Wings Over the Golden Isles Air Show last week. It will be headlined by the Canadian Snowbirds Precision Demonstration Team and includes skydivers, vintage Warbirds, military demonstration teams, and national aerobatic champions, according to JLC Airshows Management spokesperson Brenda Little. The show must still be approved by the Glenn County Airport Commission, which is expected to have the event on its agenda at its meeting this week, and it must then be approved by the County Commission. Several top airshow acts have already committed to the show, including pilots Patty Wagstaff, Scott Yoke, and his Quicksilver P-51D, and Rob Holland. On the ground, Bill Brack will be there with his Smoke and Thunder jet car, and there's still more planned. Organizers say the event could draw as many as 75,000 to 100,000 people to the area. Every Tuesday, we look ahead at some of the more interesting events in the aviation universe. Here is this week's Aero-Calendar. When you combined wild and woolly air racing with the beautiful setting of Spielberg, Austria, you get the 3rd installment of the Red Bull Air Race 2016. Set to be held April 23rd and 24th, the venue sits within the Styrian Mountains, which provides a stunning backdrop to what is sure to be an action-packed racing spectacle. You'll also find action at the Air Power over Hampton Roads Air event being held at Langley Air Force Base on April 22nd through the 24th. It's an airbase open house featuring fantastic aerial acts, which includes the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds. The base commander says it's a way to thank the community surrounding the gates for their support of Langley over the past 100 years. On Sunday, September 23rd, the Standiford Field Airport in Louisville, Kentucky, is holding their air event called Thunder over Louisville. The air show includes top performers, including the U.S. Air Force Heritage Flight. To some, it's the official kickoff to the Kentucky Derby Festival. To others, it's the unofficial beginning of spring. But to all, it's one of the largest annual fireworks shows in North America. Now here's an event we at ANN are really excited about. The upcoming Aircraft Electronics Association annual convention that kicks off next week in Orlando, Florida. Our ANN staff will be there opening day on Wednesday the 27th. Our live online broadcast will begin with the opening ceremonies as we cover the address by FAA Administrator Michael Huerta and then move to our live new product introduction. We call it the MPI. The MPI allows you to listen in as we hold discussions with product vendors representing all areas of aviation, electronics, and avionics. We'll have live online coverage of events at the show on Thursday and Friday, so if you can't make it to the AEA convention, we'll bring it to you. After these messages, Oklahoma Senator would cut essential air service.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Welcome back. And now Christopher is going to take us around the patch.
Thanks, Bree. Hello, I'm Christopher C. Odom with Airborne Unlimited, bringing you today's Around the Patch. U.S. Senator James Lankford has introduced an amendment to the FAA Reauthorization Act that would eliminate the Department of Transportation's Essential Air Service. This service subsidizes airports that would not otherwise have airline transportation. Lankford calls the program government waste. The owner of a delivery slot, number 23, for an Icon A5 Founders Edition airplane has put the slot back on eBay after the initial offering did not meet the reserve price. The highest bid on the first listing was $60,000. Last week, Brigadier General Jenny M. Leavitt assumed command of the 57th Wing at Nellis Air Force Base. Leavitt, a command pilot with more than 3,000 flight hours, including 300 combat hours, is coming from a Pentagon position. An Asian customer has become the first in the region to place a firm order for an Airbus ACJ319neo. The client, who is upgrading from a large traditional business jet, is also the first new customer for the ACJneo family. Star Trek meets the real deal as the original series George Takei Sulu and Nichelle Nichols Uhura meet up with astronaut Buzz Aldrin. It's a black tie affair being held on July 23rd to celebrate the anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon mission. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Back to you, Bree.
Thanks, Christopher. According to airspace.mag.com, the National Aviation Heritage Invitational won't be at the Reno Air Races this year. The event that has attracted nearly 400 completely restored historic and recreated historic aircraft has been linked to the Reno Air Races for 17 years. Because the National Championship Air Races to be held September 14th through the 18th are expecting a large turnout this year, the ramp space is diminished. The Heritage Invitational decided to hold off this year and look for a location that suits the size of their event. While the Heritage Invitational is a competition event, it's also a chance for people to see the living and flying heritage of aviation and meet with the individuals that have restored or fly these great airplanes. Trophies are given based on the votes of the people. One of the founders of the National Aviation Heritage Invitational is the National Aviation Hall of Fame located in Dayton, Ohio, and that organization feels confident that the event will be picked up again in 2017. Well, that's our program for today. Remember to get comprehensive real-time 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is streamed daily Monday through Friday, with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. Please join us in a growing roster of over 100 outstanding industry associations and organizations every weekday for the best in aviation and aerospace news from the staff of the Aero-News Network, the aviation world's most comprehensive news and information resource.